So in this episode, we're discussing the verdict for the Friday the 13th lawsuit. Let's get started. Yes, that's right. The judge has finally delivered his verdict for the Friday the 13th lawsuit. Let's see what he had to say. This cause came on before the Honorable Stephan R. Underhill, United States District Judge, as a result of defendant's motion for summary judgment and plaintiff's motion for partial summary judgment. The court has received all the papers filed in conjunction with the motion and on September 28, 2018, entered an order granting the defendant's motion for summary judgment and denying plaintiff's motion for partial summary judgment. Therefore, it's ordered, adjudged, and decreed that judgment shall enter in favor of the defendants and the matter closed. Dated at Bridgeport, Connecticut, this 28th of September 2018. So in layman's terms, that means Miller has won the lawsuit. And yes, I know a lot of you are very upset about this, but let's be real for a second. The proper copyright owner should own his copyrights, regardless if it upsets you or affects you in any way, shape, or form. That's business. It's not personal. He's not personally coming after you. It's just business. So sitting there attacking somebody or going on Twitter now and bitching at the person who gets his rightful copyrights to him is moronic. Let the person who now has the copyrights have them. But what does this mean for Friday the 13th, the game? Well, it basically means, in layman terms again, that one of two things can happen for, well, pretty much everything regarding Jason, including Friday the 13th, the game. So in layman's terms again, basically what this means for Cunningham is he has two options. One, he can appeal the judge's decision, which, let's get real, appeals rarely ever go anywhere, or he can enter into a settlement with Miller, which I know a lot of fans are saying, let's get into a settlement, let's get this over, let's get into sequels and more DLC for the game. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean there will be sequels or DLC for the game now that Miller's in control of the copyrights. But Wes had this to say. There will be an official statement from Gunn, but all statements, press releases, etc. go through the rights holders first. Since it's Friday evening, it's probably going to come through early next week. They're done. They want to move on to something else. Now, maybe in some other dimensional plane, they might come out with one DLC if they're allowed to do so. However, I don't think that's the case. I think because this has been going on since January, February, this was why I had the reaction I did in the Friday the 13th game is over, because I knew it's been done. I've been telling you it's done. It's not a surprise to me. It wasn't shocking. Oh my God. I was not freaked out when they announced that they didn't want any more DLC for this game. I knew about it. I called this shit back in February. I told you this was the route that they were going. It's not a shock or surprise to me. So to think you're going to get some shock or surprise reaction from me, it's not going to happen when I've known about it for so long. You can tell. You don't need a statement to be able to read somebody. You don't have to see them to read somebody. You can tell by the way that they lack of DLC support that they claim they were going to put out, and then they give excuses as to why they aren't going to put it out, and so on and so forth. And then finally they say, well, we're not going to put it out because of the lawsuit. We're done. Sorry, but that just looks like, here's an excuse. Grab it. Hold on to it. We're not putting anything out. That's what it looks like to me. Now, maybe their demeanor is just completely 180'd and half-assed backwards. And they are going to put something out, but I highly doubt it, and it's highly unlikely. I know somebody can go down and say, but they have a new developer that they're working with. That doesn't mean shit. That just means that they're going to be working on corrections in the coding that already exist in the game. That's all that means. So I wouldn't sit here and get your hopes up about anything, and don't sit there and bitch at Miller. Again, if it's his copyrights, it's his copyrights. Why do you guys have the right to bitch at him for him to get what's rightfully his? That doesn't make any sense to me. Come on. It's his. Separate business and personal. Go watch Godfather 2 and learn the difference, because it's something that you're really going to have to learn in the future. But with all that said, I still want to know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. Do you think that there will be a settlement or an appeal? Do you hope that there will somehow in some other realm consistent avalanche of effects to create one or two more DLCs? Also, if you give this video a big thumbs up, because remember, 100 likes will get you another Friday the 13th video on this channel. Also, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. If you don't, you'll invite of kick-ass shit such as this. And hold on, don't forget, Last Year the Nightmare. If you haven't seen the trailer, holy shit, click that little white bar right now. Don't forget, you don't have to pay for it. Well, at least a few of you won't have to pay for it, because I'm giving away copies of it. click the link down in the description below. Copies, plural, more than one. Don't forget to join us on Discord, because that's where we all are. Or at least a lot of us. We're all playing games, having a good time in between these videos. And as always, don't forget, merch link down in the description below. And I'll see you next time.